Okay, so I can know what to hopefully label this, and I hope to get it up today along with a couple of others since I went an entire week without posting them. I did the videos. Today is like, I was actually going to do, I actually had a subject I was going to talk about, and then it's like shit changes. So, as you probably know, I'm in real estate, and so I get this referral agent or referral client, and they're calling me up, making arrangements to go see houses. Well, they also need to go see houses someplace else. It's like, I don't want to lie to you, like an hour and a half or 2 hours away. So they got the arrangements with, the other agency. It's probably best because, they know the area up there better than I can. I don't want to play this, hey, I'm just going to try to get as much money as I can. So let's see, how long is it? This stuff sits right in front of my face. Okay, hour and 20 minutes. Okay, so here's the deal. The person up in the other city, an hour and 20 minutes away from here, is willing to drop and pick her up at a certain point here in Vegas. So I contact the agent, but it's like, I don't know how long they're going to take. They could be there all day. I can't make other appointments. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, no, I can take her to that point to meet the agent, but to sit around, not make any other appointments, not do shit else, to wait for a call for somebody to come back from another city that they may buy a house in. You get it? So I call the agent up, and they're actually with my company. We have a office up there. And she's like, I'm totally confused. I've already made arrangements to pick her up at the drop-off point with the other agent. And it's like, what other agent? And we're going through it. It's like, no, I have everything set up. This person came in as a referral from this agent, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh, so I'm about to get fucking played. I hate when that shit happens. It's all the time. People running around trying to play your ass. No, so they can. And the worst part is she's coming here. She's not going to rent a car, do Uber, whatever the shit. I've been in real estate almost 10 years. I can count on one hand the number of times I've had to put somebody in my car. Do you know what they normally do? Rent a damn place. So she wants me to go pick her up at her hotel, drive her around the city to see all these houses she sent. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh shit. I'm looking at this. She not only wants this part going up, she wants to look at houses this far going up, but fortunately that was only 45 minutes away. I don't remember how many I said. I mean, I lost count after 20. And then she's got some other agent she's got on the strings. I ain't got time to play this fucking shit. I'm so sick and fucking tired of people, man. I mean, how do you do that? Send somebody 20-something homes you want to see, plus new places, not telling me how much they're going to spend, saying they got everything arranged. I go, do you already have your financial arrangements? Yes, I have a pre-qualification. For those of you who don't know, a pre-qualification ain't shit. A pre-qualification is worthless. Do you know why? Because you go like, I make $100,000 a year. I don't have any debt. And they take your word for it and they base that off of that. A pre-approval is them verifying you make $100,000 a year, verifying how much debt you have. And then the best you can get, very few places do it, is pre-underwritten, which means an underwriter has already went in and made sure you met all conditions. The only thing you have to do is find a house. And it has to appraise, of course. But this isn't the first time. I find it hard to believe that people will do this shit. It's like, oh, I want to make sure that I have, I'm going to go see all the houses I want because you may be busy. So I'm going to engage 2 and 3 realtors. I don't have time for this shit. Let's get on what I was really going to talk about today. I don't even remember. But it was actually on fake shit. See, look at that. It looks exactly like somebody hand wrote this shit because they expect you to pay more attention to it. But this shit's printed easiest way. So they even use blue ink. Blue ink. That's an old trick. Or purple ink, because people don't think that it's been printed. If it's black ink, they think, it's just part of it for some reason. If you ever want to know, do this shit here. The ink will pull up. So like, watch this. I write on this shit. Now this is black ink, but you see the mark? See the mark now? It's starting to blur out. You can probably see it. I don't know how good you can see it on there. And yeah, I mean, this whole advertising shit's got out of hand. Everybody coming up with some new little gadget to fuck with your mind. Damn it, you're pissing me off. And then it made me think of these motherfuckers. I want to make sure, whoops, I'm gonna tear my shit up out of there. I think I said something about them before. It's unbelievable, like, you know how you go in, it was actually for a 4-wheel alignment several years ago. And the guy goes, well, we have, like multiple levels of alignment. You can get an alignment. You can get a 1-year alignment, a 3-year alignment, a 5-year alignment. Of course, you got to pay for that, right? They convince us to get 5-year alignments. But every time you go in there for your car to be aligned, the first question is, does it need an alignment? Are you sure? You sure you want to have an alignment? The fuck? Yeah, big old tires. At the same time, they come to me saying, something's wrong with one of the vehicles, like not the tie rods, but the CV joints. So anyway, almost a year and a day to that shit being done. My wife was dropping her son off at school, and she calls me up. I'm serious. Here's the tires, right? The left tire, pop, was like this. Unbelievable. And I called him up, and it's like, I know it's been over a year. It literally was like a year and a day. Do you want to do something about this? This shit's popped out. I wish I was on social media and doing YouTube at the time, but I wasn't. You know what the manager said to me? Have the tow truck driver drop it by, and we'll take a look. Not saying if he's going to do anything, they'll take a look. In other words, waste your time. You only get one time with the tow truck driver if you have some insurance for tow, like AAA or anything like that. It's going to be sitting there. You're going to be thinking, oh shit, I don't want to spend another $150 to take it someplace else. Yeah. The mechanic who worked on it's like, yeah, it was not non-OEM. Those things only last a year or two and shit, whereas you had done it OEM would have lasted a decade, which it did before it broke. I ain't lying. My cars are getting old as shit. At one point, I was reading this article and talking about this woman, and at some point they go, and her decrepit car that she can barely keep running is like 15 years old. I'm like, my vehicles are 15 years old. I have no issues. At the time they were 15, they're older now. But it's just unbelievable the shit these people come up with. It's like the nerve. You will not, if you're gonna work on something, say you're gonna do something, just do it. It's like my AC. One time, I had the AC worked on. Again, this company, I don't even remember who they were. All I know is I don't trust any of these motherfuckers anymore. And it was like when I bought the house. So this was like over a decade ago. So first of all, 2 dudes show up. 2 dudes. One was there to work on it. One was there to work me. Sitting there trying to convince me to buy new AC units. Then came up all the, we just looked at them and they're about to fail any minute, sir. That was over a decade ago, and them bitches still sitting out there. Working just fine. I'm cool right now. AC is on, I'm cool. Then I go like, oh, I don't have to worry about that. I have homeowners, home warranty. They'll fix it if it goes bad. Then he starts telling me bullshit horror stories about how they'll never pay for anything and never fix it and they're going to weasel their way out of it. I hate salespeople. I've said it before. I had one client one time who I got through YouTube, and it's like, do you really hate salespeople that much? I'm like, yeah. I'll tell you a story about fucking salespeople. I was stationed someplace else, and there was this person I knew. Those people always in MLMs and shit. So anyway, I was at her house to pick up something MLM-ish. Yeah, I wasn't trying to build a downline. Anyway, she was sitting there trying to sell shit so much. Well, I just got on work, and I worked pretty much in a skiff. If you're in the military, you know what I'm talking about. So no cell phone. So my shit was outside because I went straight from there to, just hopefully just pick this shit up. But I'm there for over an hour. Well, it turns out my phone was ringing off the damn hook. My wife had some kind of incident, and she literally was fucking bleeding out and almost died. And because if I had been at work, the ambulance would have called the work. But they were calling my cell phone because I had left work. And I got somebody who's just sitting there trying to sell and sell and sell, overcome every fucking objection. And my wife is bleeding out on a floor. Think about that shit. They don't give a fuck about you. They always say, in real estate, you're not a whatever. You're a salesperson. A salesperson. What a fucking crock of shit. It's just like going back to Big O Tire. They were just trying to sell service after service. I hate that shit. So anyway, that's about it. My day is fairly clear today. Hold on, let me take a look. Yeah, I got something about half hour. That'll be it for the day. So I'll just try to work on some of my transactions and shit. And yeah. And of course, try to follow up, figure out what the fuck this bitch is trying to do. Because I'm not going to play that game. I'm not the one. I'll tell her ass, when you land and when I pick you up, on the spot, you're going to sign a buyer-broker agreement. So I don't play that. She done just lost her fucking goodwill. And to look at this many houses, first of all, it's impossible. You cannot look at more than 6 or, especially the number and the areas. It's like she doesn't give a fuck where she's at. Just look at 5 houses is going to take literally 6 hours. So imagine 20. Okay, if we do 5, you can get away maybe 6 or 7 in a day. People don't realize this shit. Then you go to the next day, 6 or 7. You're still not going to do it. What are you going to do the third day? No, she's already got an appointment with the realtor up north. Who knows? Maybe she has to put on this side because, if you look at the map, this place is up here. This place is up here. Miles away. I'm sick and tired of wasting my goddamn gas on people. Yeah, that's it. Wasting my gas on shitbirds.